Tony Money, Tommy James, and the Shondells. 98.7 WFGR. It's a Friday. The sun is shining. It's 9 o'clock, and that means we are going to be dealing with Less Than News with an additional cast member this morning here. Blanche has made her way in today, and she seems a little on edge. What are you kind of nervous about?
Can you tell? That
yeah,
I'm
you look a little on edge. You look a little
anxiety.
A little anxiety thing here.
And you're not reeking of scotch.
Did they stop selling your favorite wine?
Now that
happy
I'm
hour?
less than 2 months away from the marathon, I've been cutting back on my, after Labor Day weekends,
Right.
I'm cutting back on my alcohol consumption. But
Okay.
that's not why I'm anxious. I'm actually anxious because immediately following Less Than News, I have to go get a mammogram.
Oh.
So I have to go get my boobs smashed in a panini press by a stranger.
Talk about that. Is that? I mean, is this your first mammogram?
No, I've had one before, but it was like a baseline, so it was a long time ago, and I was supposed to have annual ones. But
How long ago was this?
I
mean, because
4 years ago.
Okay.
And it was a friend. Actually, it was somebody we went to.
Yeah,
high school
yeah.
with,
But
Andy.
aren't you supposed to? I mean, at what age are you supposed to start getting these things yearly?
You get like a they call it, unless it runs in your family, you get a baseline around 38 years old, and then once you hit 40, you're supposed to kind of have them annually. You're supposed to do your self breast exams, and I just let Mr. Blanche do that for me.
Really?
I'll do that every 5 minutes.
That's right.
Wait a second. No lumps yet.
and then you go in once a year or whatever. But I keep scheduling it, and then I'm like, no. And then I schedule it.
Is it really that big of a deal in your mind to go in there and have this checked out? Because you know what? And I only asked this question because I want to know the mindset. Because there are some tests that guys got to go through.
Right.
Dude.
I'm still putting that off.
I got
they're just 10 years.
I've said it before. I'm like, they're just boobs. But, last time I had it, I was about 40 pounds heavier.
Okay.
So the girls are a bit more robust. Now I'm smaller, so the girls are a bit deflated.
Yeah.
And it's a stranger, and I have less to work with, and I just don't want it to be painful.
Okay.
I mean, basically, you're standing there with your top off. Right. I mean, you're standing, top off, and you're having it smash like a hamburger patty or something.
I've never been to.
It's not hot by any stretch.
I've never seen one. I've seen like on TV where you just see their back facing.
Right, exactly.
But this is important stuff for women to get checked out.
It is. So that's why I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it. And I actually contacted Kristen to see if she was working today, and she's not. So it's a stranger.
So it's
because Kristen was very gentle with me.
But let me ask you this: I mean, you went to high school with the first girl that did your mammogram. Right. Was it awkward being topless in front of her?
No, it wasn't. In fact, it was
funny a little hot?
Because it was funny because I'm sitting in the waiting room, and out comes Kristen, and she's like, hey, and she looks all worried, and I'm like, oh, hey, are you working today? I had no idea. And she's like, yes, and then she just gives me that like Snoopy vulture look, and I go, oh, you have to do my mammogram. She's like, yeah, if you want to reschedule, it's totally cool.
So she didn't want to do it either.
Well, she's just like, if it's going to be awkward, and I'm like, it's not awkward. I'd rather have like somebody I know touch me.
But in all honesty, though, I mean,
I don't like to be touched.
And I'm not asking this like a freak or anything like that, but in high school together, did you ever have a chance to take like a shower or any of that kind of stuff with her? So it wasn't like a total surprise.
Basketball.
Yeah, in basketball you did.
And pillow
but
fights.
My freshman body looks a lot different than this body.
And pillow fights.
Yeah, that's
sleepovers
right,
and the first time you found a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Tell us more about this story. I'll tell you what. I'm going to applaud you because I know it's uncomfortable. Everybody that's anybody that's, and you know what? I just got a text here too that says men get breast cancer too.
Yeah,
they do.
Yeah.
Her uncle had a bilateral mastectomy. 6,000 men die in the U.S. every year from breast cancer.
Absolutely. Yep. So I don't know. Can you get mammograms?
I
don't know that there's enough there.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd be willing to let Blanche over here give me an exam afterwards.
Okay, I'll give you an exam afterwards.
And so it's not a fear thing with you. If you're not fearing like results, it's because of the uncomfortable nature of it is what.
Yeah. Yes, it didn't hurt last time, but I'm just afraid that.
Right.
You'll be all right this time.
You'll be fine.
Like I went down a whole cup size.
Good for you. Good for you though. I mean,
not
seriously.
Not good for you on going down a cup size.
No, not that. But what I'm saying is good for you for taking the initiative and doing it.
Oh, thank you.
Very good.
Yeah.
Because I'm here to tell you what, when my 50-year-old birthday present comes along, I'm seriously considering, unless I see blood coming out of that.
I'm in the same boat, man. You tell me what it's like afterwards. I'm like, okay, maybe I don't need to have that checked.
All right, less than news. Let's let it rip.
All right, actor Chaz Palminteri says there's no truth to reports that his friend, Academy Award winner Jack Nicholson, is retiring from acting. Palminteri in Philadelphia to promote the opening of his one-man stage show, A Bronx Tale, says Nicholson from time to time threatens to quit.
He's not going to do that. Jack says that. Forget it.
Forget it.
Forget about it.
I'm not going to do
I'm
it.
Chaz Palminteri. I can't break character for nothing.
I'll say I'm sorry, who is that guy?
Chaz Palminteri has been in a lot of...
was he in The Sopranos?
No, he was...
Could have been.
The biggest thing that he was in that you would probably recognize is Analyze This.
Yeah.
He played he played Primo Sedone in Analyze This.
Oh, okay.
Not that I know a little bit about mafia movies or anything.
Okay.
Oh, the best.
You'd recognize him if you saw
The
him.
Usual Suspects. He was in The Usual
Okay.
Suspects. He was the guy who was interviewing Kevin Spacey.
Okay. All
there
right.
you go.
But, I mean, he's not like a huge actor. I think it's just his way of saying...
Character actor.
He's a character actor.
Yeah,
but...
but...
A lot of things.
Always plays a mafia tough guy
I
type.
hang out with Jack Nicholson. I can talk about...
Well, no, wait a minute now. Here's a good question for the ladies.
Uh-huh.
Jack Nicholson, he's up there.
Yeah.
But on
I
your
used
hot
to-
meter...
Oh, I used to love him.
Really?
My sister Lisa was the same way.
Yes.
So had a thing for whatever reason. This goes back to when she was
He's just-
real young. She had a thing for Jack Nicholson. It's
He
like,
Women dig
oozes
him.
Some
What
sex
is it?
appeal. I don't
Yeah.
know. He was a good-looking guy, you know. I mean, he hasn't aged so well, but
but he hasn't had anything done though. Jack Nicholson is just I'm gonna be
Jack Nicholson's Jack
Yeah.
Nicholson, and
Yeah.
that's all you need to know.
There
I
you
would
go.
love to hang out and drink scotch
Yeah.
with him for sure. I think
Of
that would be
course.
awesome.
Yeah. A man in speaking of drinking. A man in England probably won't be going on a second date with a woman he met online after their first get-together ended in a police chase. According to the Daily Mail, things started to go south when Kishore Nimala asked his date, I got to be very careful with this, Fakhara Sultana to help pay his $84 bill they had racked up in an expensive London bar. Sultana refused, explaining that she believed men should always pay
That's right.
on the first date. Nimala apparently wasn't satisfied with the answer, however, and continued to follow Sultana after the date and ask for money. When that didn't work, he allegedly grabbed her cell phone and ran off with it. Sultana ran after him with the help of two passing policemen. Nimala was taken down. He's currently on trial for theft, although he insists he never intended to permanently deprive her of the phone.
Well, you know what? If she would have just replied with Hakuna Matata, or whatever what did they say?
What?
What was the reply there? You
It
read it
means
out
no
loud. It
words.
sounded like Hakuna Matata.
So what?
Her
Nimala?
Sultana. Her
Sultana.
last name is a raisin.
Oh,
Yes.
Sultana is a raisin.
oh, I didn't know that.
There you go.
So
Well,
she could have been Susie Raisin.
Yeah,
That's
could-
right.
yes.
Oh,
Well,
I-
let's just change it to that. It's
Yeah.
much easier to say.
Why not? Oh, man. The percentage of high school students who want to pursue a science-related career path has dropped by 15% in the last year. That's according to a new poll conducted by ING and Junior Achievement. The 46% of teens say they want to work in the science, technology, or engineering fields after graduation, compared to 61% back in 2012.
I was a model student. When I
Yes.
came down to biology class,
Yeah.
I was in the 10th grade, and we had to do the dissections.
Uh-huh.
I went to West Catholic still at 10th grade. We had this guy named Len Skreisky,
Okay.
who was our teacher there. And, we started in the dissections. You start off with a worm, and you work your way up to a frog, and then before you know it, you're
Right.
doing a cat, and everything stinks, and the hallway's awful.
God.
I looked at him. I said, you know what? I ain't doing that. What do you mean? That's the assignment. I said, I don't care. I'm not doing that. I'm not
cutting up a
touching all that
cat.
formaldehyde. I'm not cutting that up. No way. He's like, well, you have to. You're going to fail. I said, no, I'm against it.
It's against my religion.
I'm against that. Morally against cutting up a cat. So I'm not doing that. I got to see.
Well, you passed.
Stood my moral ground
Way
and
to
passed.
go. Look at you.
Started off a lifetime of C's get degrees.
Fine.
Unless you're a
Final-
JC, then you just drop out
There
after
you
6
go.
months.
Finally, favorite TV show. What do you think it is?
Right now or of
What
all time?
is Liz, the favorite TV show? I'll give you
Of
Like
currently.
of the nation?
currently.
All right,
What's
go
your
ahead,
favorite TV
Blanche.
show. What do you think?
I'm sorry, whose favorite TV show?
No, it's
In
a
general,
poll is
like
taken.
a poll is taken.
America's
What's the-
top. number one.
Duck Dynasty.
No.
I would say it's
The real estate channel.
No. I don't like the real estate channel anymore. When I was doing all the voice work for it, I loved it.
Yeah. Look, that's me. God, you sound so sexy.
I was buying a new car every other week when I was doing those for the real estate channel. Favorite TV show currently?
Yeah. What is America's favorite TV show?
Is it a reality show?
No, it's not a reality show.
It's not a reality
Nope.
show.
Oh, see, I just took a guess. I didn't.
That's fine. Yeah.
I didn't know that I could ask questions.
I would say that the favorite TV show right now is probably.
Oh, just pick.
I'm trying to think because I don't watch a lot of them.
Housewives of New Jersey.
I'm going to say two broke girls.
No. Big Bang Theory.
Really?
My favorite.
My favorite too.
sitcom
I
right
love
now.
Sheldon.
Yeah, he's the best. Rain says America's favorite TV show, the sitcom, leads the way overall in a new Harris Interactive poll. It's also the top choice among men as well as adults between the ages of 18 and 48. Women, adults 49 and older are voicing a preference for the Navy-based crime drama NCIS. Also a very good show.
Is it? I
That
don't
ranks
watch that.
second overall. More crime dramas round out the top 5, with Criminal Minds taking third, CSI occupying the number 4 spot, and Law and Order SVU landing at number 5.
Did you ever imagine that Ice-T would make the top 5 of all
kidding.
TV shows?
That's amazing.
The only one of those that I watch is Big Bang Theory. But to go back to the story before that about how the
Kids aren't interested in science anymore?
aren't interested in science, but they're watching The Big Bang Theory.
Of course, yeah, exactly. We like to watch comedies based on science. We
'Cause
don't
they're
care about the
nerds.
nerds, bunch of smart nerds. Oh God, they're actually the cast members are holding out, I think, for $1 million an episode on Big Bang Theory.
I just saw-
they want Friends money.
I think the Halloween episode is going to be epic because I just saw a picture of Sheldon dressed up as Frankenfurter from Rocky Horror Picture
Oh my
Show.
God.
And Penny is dressed as Magenta, and so I think they're doing Rocky Horror, which would be awesome.
She's gonna be
one of my
hot.
favorite movies.
She's hot in anything.
I'll stick with the Science Channel
Okay.
and all the intellectual.
There you go. All right, do
You
that.
two can go.
Dave and I don't want to learn
Yeah,
anything
we don't
when we
need to-
watch TV.
Too old to learn stuff.
I'll be figuring out how the universe works.
Okay.
You guys laugh at Frankenfurter.
Good luck. Good luck
I always
with that.
laugh at Frankenfurters.
Bad news, Mattress World going out of business. Good news, everything's up to 80% off. That's Serta, Sealy, Simmons, even Tempur-Pedic. Everything must go open daily till 9 p.m., Sunday 11 to 7. Mattress World going out of business. Don't miss it. That is Less Than News on 98.7 WFGR.
Blanche, good luck. You're
Thank
setting
you.
a fine
Yes.
example for the
Thank
ladies
you.
out there.
I
that-
hope I inspire someone else to make their
Yeah.
appointment
you are. You really
today.
are.
Get yourself checked out.
You got
Definitely.
to. Very important.
All right.
Unless you're a guy and they're coming at you with a hose, then,
You're going to have to knock me out first.
take the risk.
I'll post pictures later.
Dreamweaver. It's Gary Wright, and it is on 98.7 WFGR.